Great. So now we are talking about the next technique, which is called mindful deep work. As you would see, we are actually getting gradually deeper and deeper into our techniques. Okay. And mindful deep work is another gear shift where we are talking about focus, depth, productivity, creativity. And yesterday you would remember that we were talking about the books, Deep Work and Flow. And those are not imaginary things. It's a skill, and reaching those levels may take time, may take effort, but we can reach there. Definitely. And deep work, mindful deep work is a beginning. Okay, now what is mindful deep work? It's actually a very simple exercise. What is our objective? Our objective is almost all the time I'm just rushing here and there and continuously getting distracted. For intellectual activities of importance, I am hardly able to go deeper. So what I'm trying to do is, can I actually take out a small bit of time in my work day and focus during that time only on that one intellectual task? Now, there are many layers into it, but this is the first thing that we are doing when we are saying mindful deep work. And the three steps are TTP. Let's decide the task. The task should be intellectual. The task should be individual. It can't be group task. It can't be a manual task. Filling our bills and submitting it and claiming the expenses is not the intellectual task. Okay, so intellectual task. I have to think of a problem. I have to think of a solution. I have to think of an idea. I have to take a decision. I have to work out a presentation. Anything, any intellectual task. So decide the task which is of importance. Decide the time. And this is very crucial. What time am I going to do it and how much duration? I suggest a minimum time of half an hour. Below that, mind needs time to get settled down. So below half an hour, it will not be optimum. If you can make it 1 hour, nothing like that. Okay. Now, time also means what time of the day. Okay. Now, everybody works in a very different way, but I am saying thumb rule. Whenever you are intellectually at your highest capacity, and as Susanna was also mentioning, mornings we are more fresh. And here I would suggest, don't keep any meetings in the morning. Okay, keep your deep work time in the morning. Okay, the morning time when you are fresh. Okay, so normally for me, morning 9 to 11 is something. I have no meetings, I have no other task. 9 to 11 is the deep work time. So it works for me, but for different people it works differently. So what time of the day? Okay, time is also important from the angle of shallow work. Please schedule your shallow work so that it does not interfere in your deep work time. So scheduling your email checking, social media, news. For example, every day I have a schedule at 2 p.m. after lunch when I check news and social media. And once in a day is enough. I mean, I don't think there is fire somewhere and people will write to me on social media or anywhere else. So we don't need that much of frequency. Okay. And again, meetings. Can we schedule basic meetings? So normally when it's a very deep level discussion, I schedule it in the morning or possibly between 4 to 6. But if it's a very administrative logistical type of meeting, okay, it's better to schedule it between 2 to 4. 2 to 4 psychologically, and by studies it is proven, we are at our lowest capacity levels generally. Okay, so deep work time. And third important part is place. Where am I going to do my deep work? Okay, and place is somewhere which organizations can also help out. One of the organizations where we were working, they actually created a separate conference room and they designated it as deep work conference room between 9 to 11. So 9 to 11, anybody can go there. They know that it's only for deep work. Even if 10 people are there, nobody is disturbing them and they are doing their own work. Okay, so place is very important because you should not be disturbed. And obviously then you need to take care of our biggest friend and enemy, which is the technology, which is our mobile phone. And we need to decide, what do we do about it? Do we keep it off? Do we keep it silent? We don't pick up any phone. When people do very regular deep work, generally their teams know. For example, my team knows that this time is not the time when I need to be called. So then people call later. I mean, unless there is a fire, obviously. If there is a fire, if there is a problem, obviously we can be disturbed. But generally, mostly we should not be. And so we create uh, uh, an infrastructural support system. So Deep Work as a book by Cal Newport talks about this external infrastructure. When we are talking about mindful deep work, we are also talking about internal part. How do I keep my restlessness low? And that's where the practice of mindfulness, when actually I'm entering into the deep work, one of the best ways is to take brisk walks. This is what I do. Again, I mean, it works differently for many other people. So before getting into the deep work activity, I take 3 to 4 minute brisk walk. What it does is it actually settles down a lot of agitational and emotional. There are a lot of voluntary thoughts which are coming in and they get released out, and my mind starts to settle down. The second step that I do in deep work is I throw a question into my mind and I say, this is the answer that I need. And I deliberately avoid thinking about it. Thinking, very, active thinking. It's like I'm just creating an open ground, empty ground, where now any new thought can come in. The eureka moment that happens, if it can happen in bathtub, that shows that we don't have to be actively and forcefully thinking about it. It actually comes out automatically when we have actually given all the inputs inside us. So we need an empty ground where the creativity and ideas can actually come out. And then I use whiteboard and pen and paper. This is my personal experience. If I'm looking at the screen, I can't think creatively. Now, again, it differs from people to people. But for me, whiteboard is the biggest creativity builder, because whatever thoughts are coming, it's like you are brainstorming with yourself. Whatever thoughts are coming, you're just writing, just writing, just writing. Okay. And as you keep writing, okay, some ideas click and then you write again. Then what I personally do is I write it on paper. The system gets opened up only when it needs to be put in a neat manner. Thinking part away from the screen. So this is the deep work schedule that I follow, but you can follow very differently. So, for example, rather than brisk walk, you might want to listen to a song, or you might want to just do a bit of cycling or bit of jogging, or I don't know. I mean, whatever works for you. But the whole idea is deep work time once in a week. I suggest Friday to start with. So to start with, once in a week, half an hour or 1 hour,